trapping for real, I'm turning that 1 into 2 and that's off in the trap. These niggas not hitters for real, cause how you get robbed and you told you a strap. My mother, nigga try back me, I'm blowing them up, I'm putting them shots in his hand. Nigga. YouTube, man, we're back with another video, man, and today, man, we'll be reacting to another taboo video, man. This video is called White, Poor, and Angry Inside America's Most Racist Town, bro. Now, I'm ready to see what America's most racist town is, bro, so I know not to go there, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, on Brody. Like, so we're gonna get into the drink, see what they talking about. Let's get into it. Alright, man, before we get into the video, let's get into the sponsor of the day, W Energy. W Energy is an energy drink brand that helps you boost your day by giving you energy and helps you focus. Now, they gave me the Dragon Lemonade flavor right here, man. It's pretty good. I like it. It contains no sugar, no artificial dyes or anything like that, man. It's 100% natural, man. So go ahead and tap into W Energy, man. If you want to get some, it's gonna be. I'm gonna put the link in my bio, man. Get 10% off and use code BP3.
This documentary is for educational and informational purposes only. It covers real people, real stories and raw environments, not to glorify violence or hate, but to shed light on reality. The content has also been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines.
If you go to Dingus, I don't think you'll come out.
They told me not to come here. Said these hills don't take kindly to outsiders.
Yeah, there's white and black neighbors.
Black neighbor or a white neighbor?
I don't know what name.
Especially not someone who looks like me.
A couple black folks come into town walking. They wanted to go to Logan, and one of them got killed up there.
Damn. The population is 98% white, and the silence says more than words ever could.
You know, sometimes we feel like we have a pretty good understanding of what's going on and what to do, and sometimes we absolutely do not.
This is southern West Virginia, Mingo County.
Wait, they said West Virginia? Yeah, I knew it. I knew it, bruh. People have been saying this for years, but I never really known because I never really been to West Virginia, bruh. They always said West Virginia is the most racist, one of the most racist states, bro. And shit, okay. They about to show us, bro. Let's get back into it.
A place buried in the mountains of myths. One of them being only one black man ever made it out alive, a preacher 100 years ago. Much of this history has been wiped away or ignored, erased from the history books, hushed in conversations, but not forgotten, not here. But just recently, right here in West Virginia, a couple was arrested for holding people in slavery.
If you look at the images, it looked like an old school plantation.
These kids were targeted because of their...
Holding people in slavery, bro? What the fuck? No, that's wild, bro. For real. No, that's OC.
They decided to adopt 5 black children,
putting their adopted black children into slave labor.
This isn't the 1920s, it's 2025, and racism doesn't wear a hood anymore.
Yeah, bro,
it wears a smile or a stare. Sometimes it's in the questions, sometimes it's in what's not said at all. So I hit record and started walking. What you're about to witness may shock you.
I heard you know when somebody's at the bottom of their soul and high home.
This country singing.
You look online, they say it's the most racist state in America, and I've come to find out if that's true.
The richest state?
The racist. Most racist.
Right? Racist? Yes, it is.
Why do you think people would say, don't come to Dingus?
Well, they're not used to people like you.
Dingus, West Virginia is most famous for the Dingus Tunnel, a tunnel that is famous for its early 1900s railway robberies and racially motivated murders.
Racially motivated murders? Oh, no.
Oh, this bloody Mingo.
Yeah, this county's kind of wild.
It is wild.
If you ask the locals, they'll tell you that the walls are filled with human remains.
Dingus Tunnel has got more black people buried in the wall.
Burnt human remains were found in Mingo County.
Blueberry Avenue in Dingus. The men's remains had been there about a week.
They hung some people down there at the tunnel, didn't they?
Yes, and they've killed lots and lots of people in that tunnel.
Mingo County after the discovery of a body.
In Mingo County.
Mingo County.
Mingo County.
Because of the Dingus Tunnel and many other acts of violence, the county has been named Bloody Mingo.
Bloody Mingo is what I mean.
That's wild, bro. So they just be killing black people in the tunnel, bro. Then the SOC, bro. Now this video low-key pissing me off a little bit, but we're gonna finish the reaction, bro.
What's the name of this holler?
This was Aphex Holler, but now they call it Color Holler.
No, what it used to be called before they called it Color Holler?
Aphex Holler.
No.
It was called Holler.
A holler in this context describes a small stretch of land between the hills where there is usually a tight-knit rural community living within it. In this case, Oscar called this holler
Holler.
A lot of my work gets demonetized, so if you want to sign up to my Patreon and watch uncut and unedited versions, the link will be in the description. And if you want to see this documentary about West Virginia uncut and unedited, it will be on my Patreon. My link is in the description, and thank you for watching my work.
Because it used to be as a black people chilled on every front porch in this holler.
There's a black person killed on every porch.
Yeah, people wake up and find people on their porch and stuff dead all the time.
Oscar, so if I came here and I didn't know anyone, how would I be treated here?
You would be treated like he is. Me treated upwards.
And why would that be? Just because of the colour of my skin?
Probably.
Was you, I guess, once upon a time, racist, so to speak?
Yeah. It used to be bad up here.
Mingo County has a total of 22,000 people. Many people in the county have only seen 1 or 2 black people in their entire life.
That's crazy. Only 1 or 2 is insane.
Do you think Dingus would be better with no black people?
Well, I don't think there is any, is there?
What?
Black people live here.
Yes.
There is?
Mm-hmm. There was one lived there, and then there's a bunch that lives down there. There's just a couple of sets.
What kind of racism have you experienced living around?
Oh man, just standing out, I guess, a little bit. But I mean, if you play sports and stuff like that, that helps out.
And bro, how are you treated living in this area?
Oh man, they've known me my whole life. People, they'll, I like you, but I don't like you enough. You can't date my daughter or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. He'll probably talk to you.
Is he cool?
Yeah, he'll be all right. I told him what the holler used to be called.
Holler. Growing up, I used it loosely,
That's
but
crazy.
I don't fully agree with it anymore. I mean, in my opinion, there can be white.
Yeah, there's white and black, I guess.
I feel uncomfortable saying it around him. I use the word as in like somebody
Hey, bro,
is
they just
lazy
saying it all types of
or,
ways, bro. Like, what's up, bro?
I don't know.
And this nigga just allowing it, bro. Come on, bro.
If you're honest, do you feel like these people don't like you, even though they may not say it to your face?
Yeah, sometimes.
I call a white person quicker than with a black person, you know what I mean?
I mean, you can tell, man. It's just, you can tell.
What does that term mean? So to you, it's like if you call it a white...
It's just a lazy piece of shit. You know what I mean? Somebody just worthless.
Even if somebody is racist, they ain't gonna let me know that they're racist. Not up here, really, because they've known me my whole life.
It felt strange. A black man in a very small town being one of very few, would it really be possible for him to recognise racism as it happens, even when he has been around it his whole life? And an even more interesting question, if he doesn't know any other way of life, how much would it really matter to him?
Bro, what is this transition, bro?
What would you say to those people who refer to West Virginia as a racist place?
Let me ask you this. What place saying? What place saying?
You are listening to the news?
It will be refreshing to have a classy, beautiful, dignified First Lady in the White House. I'm tired of seeing an ape in heels.
You're watching comedians?
I think it's safe to say that when I go to Camp Wawantock in West Virginia, that I'm the only black person in West Virginia.
You know, we're hillbillies here. We're a mountain people, bred to work hard and strong and take care of our family. I'd say the proof's in the pudding, because everywhere you go in this country, you're going to find racism. Jews, Greeks, whether it's towards Islamic people, whether it's toward Mexicans, whether it's toward Brazilians, it doesn't matter. You know, some people just got in their mind they're the only people on the planet. You know what I mean? But we're God-fearing people here, you know, and we believe in equal rights for all people.
A God-fearing people. It became apparent that religion was at the forefront of most people's minds here in West Virginia. I met a local named Scott who was kind enough to take me to a Sunday church service.
Do a little backstory on Naaman here. Naaman was a Syrian. Wasn't Jewish. We'll read a little bit about Naaman here.
By him and the Lord had given him deliverance unto Syria. He was also a mighty man in valor, but he was also a leper. Before getting here, I was really nervous, really scared. Since I've been here, I can say 95% of the time, I felt fine.
So good to meet you. It was a pleasure to meet you. Praise the Lord.
Every white person I've spoke to, or majority of white people I've spoke to, say there's no racism in the town.
There's people up there that will rob you. Had nothing to do with the color of my skin. Everything to do with local, non-local.
I have spoken to 2 or 3 white people who have told me the racism is rife, so I guess it's kind of mixed messages I'm getting at the moment.
They would hang a black person in the tunnel up here at Dingus.
Your skin don't go in Dingus.
The racism is really rife in the hills, in the mountains, in what they call the hollers.
You're a holler.
You're a holler.
Man.
People said to us, don't go to Dingus.
How did you feel, I guess, when you saw us stopping by and like,
yeah, because
were you wary or anything of us?
What the hell is that?
Trying to figure what's these people want.
There's really no difference in holler people than people in the city or beside the road or whatever.
I don't like to see a white girl with a black man. If I met a lady and I knew she's never been with a black man, I wouldn't have nothing to do with her.
Have I seen racism here? Yes.
As well.
Have I seen it be more overt? Yes.
Been a lot of fighting, a lot of rioting, a lot of tensions going on between black and white. It's not here.
They used to always say you wouldn't allow a colored person there.
At the same time, I don't see anything personally. And if I did, I'd stop it.
In your younger years as well, Oscar, did you not like about black people once upon a time?
Once upon a time, no. Once upon a time, no, I didn't like white people.
And I guess, what was the reason for that? Obviously, I understand everyone has their own reason for you. What was it?
Mine caused a lot of coke, a lot of drinking, a lot of stupidness. I loved a few black women's, and that's when
you started opening your mind. So if, let's say, we've gone back to when you were 18, and I've come up here, how would you treat me?
Take them all back to you.
And I guess asking, in your younger years, is that what you did to some degree?
Yeah, I guess that is racist. But that's the truth of it.
Yeah, and that's what we guys say to capture. So in your younger years, you would just beat up black people?
Yeah.
Was there any reason for doing that, or just the colour of their skin?
That's about both sides of it.
Have you got any children?
And me, I got 5.
And if they married a black woman or a black son, how would you feel?
I wouldn't like it too well, but I wouldn't disown them.
In this environment, would you prefer it if it was all white? If you're honest.
No, not now. Used to be, yeah, but not no more.
So what was the trigger for you then, Oscar, that
You
changed?
used to beat up black people, bro.
When did you realise, I guess?
To a certain degree, I guess.
When did I change?
But you say, like, our woman, bro. Yeah, okay, bro.
When I finally opened my eyes, I guess, and realized America is America, and it take different people to make the world go around.
Would you ever date a black woman? Would you date a black woman? You wouldn't? Yeah, that's fair enough. Why? I guess would be my question.
I don't know. And that's the big thing. A lot of people act like they're racist, but they won't do it on film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
No. And they don't want the world to know it. You know what I'm saying?
Even this type of racism felt innocent in a strange way. It didn't feel malicious. It felt ignorant at worst.
I don't care, man, honestly. I just look at it like ignorance. If you have pride, whatever pride you want to have, well, I don't care.
Do you think there's good black people as well as bad black people?
Oh yeah, there is good black
Had some black friends.
Me too. But that still don't mean that the wrong blacks come through that we ain't.
The wrong
Yeah,
black.
that still shouldn't be here, really.
Do you like living there, bro?
Man, I moved back here to help my grandparents and stuff out, but I moved from San Antonio, Texas in December. So, I mean, had I not grew up here, I probably wouldn't, be my favorite place, but like I said, I could go anywhere around here. I'm all right.
But I hope that you all leave here with a different understanding of what West Virginia is than when you came up here. Because we're just loving people, Billy. God-fearing Christian people.
These people, oh my gosh, this guy does this for his neighbors, this guy does this for the homeless, this guy does this, but he's lost.
Right.
That's just like a lost person out in the world. You can do all this great stuff, but if you're lost.
Just because people call themselves Christians don't mean they are. Or they call themselves geeks, they don't mean they are. Or they follow God or whatever.
So I was just after church that was invited to with Scott on a Sunday morning. What you just saw is, I guess, what happens on a church in rural West Virginia on a Sunday morning. And I haven't encountered anything other than love, which is crazy, I guess. But well, not crazy, but yeah, I thought things would be very different.
So when you just shot that, no one's gonna come over, no one's gonna say, "What are you doing?" Or
No, I've never seen a shotgun in my life. Really? I've seen a lot of AR switches.
Shit, let him shoot it.
shoot it.
Just pull the trigger from here.
Yeah, but hold it closer to your shoulder.
Is that like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit gonna blow him back.
Oh,
Whoa, Blake.
give me the other one. Where's another one?
That gun,
The other one.
that gun's racist.
Now it's ready to go. Don't point it toward.
That's funny. The gun's
Put it in your
racist, bro.
shoulder.
That's funny to niggas, bro.
A little higher.
Put it, yeah. There you go.
All right.
Squirrel you hit with a buckshot, and then you had to clean all the damn buckshot out when you're eating it. I mean, that's
Have you eaten squirrel before?
Oh, yeah.
You good?
People eat squirrels.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
no.
mom made a groundhog
I
one
can
time.
never
I
eat a
ate some.
squirrel.
I tried it.
Squirrel,
How would you cook a squirrel?
black people.
You said black people, bro. He's weird, yo. He's a cannibal. What the fuck, man? He's weird as shit.
So would you rather live around black people or white people? If you're being honest, who would you rather live around?
Rather live around? Nobody.
While I was in Dignus, I became enamored with the people, and perhaps the affection made me feel blind to some of the racism right in front of me. The words that came out of people's mouths didn't always match the genuine compassion in their eyes. After all, I was welcomed everywhere I went. I was fed, included, even invited to an Independence Day celebration. It felt like a battle between good and evil, still hanging in the balance.
It's poverty down here, you know what I mean? And they protect everything they got, whether it be from the government or from anybody else, but they're just real cautious of outsiders, and if they get to know you, they're good people. They're just cautious. You go up these highways and it's whole families that live up them, you know what I mean? It ain't that they're mean, they're afraid of outsiders.
And what was your first impression when you saw me?
I don't know. I just said, what are these cats doing up here? Because you're in a white man's world, You just don't see people your color there. I mean, it was all right. But yeah, listen, I'm just going to have to see what these guys are up to,
Everything you've seen so far in this documentary has involved Mingo County, with a special emphasis on the town of Dignus. But how did we get here? Originally, our plan was to cover racism in southern West Virginia in general, but all roads pointing to Mingo County, then they pointed to Dignus, then they pointed to the Hollers. But let's pull it back to the beginning of our adventure.
Keep me free from your spell.
We're going to Alabama?
Trouble come back.
Okay, you going to another racist town.
So we're on the way to West Virginia. We're driving from Alabama. We're driving through Eastern Tennessee, and we've just been to a McDonald's and a garage, and everyone in there was staring like I was a monkey in the zoo. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. And we're on the way to West Virginia. So first impressions of West Virginia and Chatsworthville. We got here real late last night. It's beautiful, man. It is really, really nice. It's definitely pleasing to look at. My Airbnb host is actually Filipina, and has lived here for 50 years.
They were so ignorant that they had no idea that the Philippines is different than China.
The advice she gave me this morning was just be careful. Which hasn't helped with the anxiety. So we'll see what happens. Early on, we tried to be more covert. So we took to the streets with my meta glasses to see people react differently than if we approached them with a camera.
Black people, you don't have a neighbor that's a black family. You don't see it in this community.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconception around here.
I mean, I remember one time there was a couple. It was a black man and a white woman, and they lived in a trailer and they got burnt down.
And I hate to say this, but the black people that are here are very stereotypical of like the food.
If you had to guess, what would you say what nationality was?
There's so many different, like I said, Africa and Egypt, Africa people and
what?
Israel, not all Israel.
I'm just documenting to see if racism is still here today in 2025.
Racism? Oh yeah.
There's no racism around here. Not really. I mean, not more than you find anywhere else.
Where y'all from?
London.
London.
Long way from home, man.
Very long way.
Oh no, bro.
My neighbor up here, now he's a black guy married to a white woman, but there's a lot of people around here don't like that.
Do people like voice that they don't like that?
Yeah.
What would you say to those people who say West Virginia is almost like a racist state, I guess? What would you say to those people?
No, I wouldn't. There's a lot of parties out there that like to stir that up. We're all God's creation. Black people are just like us, okay? And just like you, their skin's just different.
Do you have many black people in this area?
No, not in this area. In Williamson, across the mountain, there's a street called Vincent Street, and that's where most of the black people live.
This is the
meet some of
trenches
the black people
of
out
West
here, bro.
Virginia. This area, yeah. Well,
So the reason I come to West Virginia is because I've heard it's probably one of the most racist states in America. For you guys living here, would you agree with that?
Yeah, they racist, bro. They treat us like we animals. Sometimes, like not everybody, but mostly they treat us like animals, bro.
And is there certain places in West Virginia where you'd feel uncomfortable to go because you're black?
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
And is this area mixed? So do you have a lot of black and white people in this area?
Yeah, we got a lot of black and white. So this is where mainly the black people are. But you see, you got a couple white people. So I'm with it. See right there, get them right there. This is that. We got white people all around.
And how was you treated in school?
I was good at football, so that's about it. Once football was gone, it was right there to the same shit.
Yeah, I think that's recent.
Have you experienced or seen much?
Yeah.
How do the police treat black people in these communities?
They be on their ass. Oh yeah. They don't saying. We won't say it out. Bro, they've done some bullshit. Y'all stick around long enough, y'all see them swing.
We're documenting the racism within West Virginia. And we're just asking people how bad it still is today. What's my bad word is? Racism.
I come out on us with guns. And I said, what are y'all doing? I said, we trying to live your food.
There you go with them. So they came out you with guns?
Yeah, because my old lady.
Oh, was your old lady black?
Yeah.
Was that the reason?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. When they said, get off our profits, the hell y'all doing? It was like, trying to deliver your food, you not want it?
Do you think they look at everyone not white the same?
No, they don't. If a person got racism, everybody ain't looking at no goddamn sign. They got them get hell on my land. Okay, you got to do.
A lot of folks, I said, it's like 20 years behind time, man. A lot of folks are close-minded. This is
I'd rather be a nigga than a white man. Any day.
even in the past life.
Like that.
Damn right. I really heard this to some because it got back from ways as far as rules. To be honest with the white man ain't really created a goddamn thing. From the lights to peanut butter. All thing we did was help that motherfucker to use his own goddamn mind. We was the strength in the brain. He was just a goddamn owner. But you own a motherfucking thing now, but your goddamn mouth. That's all you own. You own shit but your mouth.
To me, you look like you maybe be from Pakistan. Close. Very close. India? Okay, India. Well, that was my neighbors. I did hear a little bit of the...
A little bit in Indian.
Yes, but I'm not real short. Everything's real plunged right there.
This one might have been a tough one to catch. This man said I sounded Indian, when in fact I was born and raised in the UK. Not highly offensive, but a bit strange to hear. Do you feel like that stereotype is true, that it is a very racist state?
No, not really. I don't see this state being a racist state. Of course, there's racism all over the country, in different places.
Anything that you can remember that will stick with you?
Oh yeah, I remember it well. A couple black folks come into town walking, and they wanted to go to Logan. Well, for whatever reason, somebody pointed them up hollow over here, up into a place called Harts Creek.
So I've currently got two Harts Creek, I think it is, and there's like some sort of festival going on.
And one of them got killed up there. Yeah. Well, I mean, they come through town and it didn't get killed in town.
The main thing that we hear is that West Virginia is probably the most racist state in America.
Yep, that's probably true.
So basically, this is Harts. This is town we've been told not to go to. The cashier told me it's very racist. This town is very racist and she's not going to sugarcoat it. I'm getting a few awkward stares at the moment. I do feel very uncomfortable, but I'm going to try and walk through and speak to the locals and find out how racist the place really is, if at all. Are you from Harts?
Harts Creek? Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. This is like an amazing atmosphere. And like, the community is so nice. Thank you. London? I'm from California. How about yourself? I don't know. Have you lived here all your life?
Pretty much, yeah.
What's it like? So basically, I make films.
Well, if you want to know,
the meta glasses might be the method.
It's mostly okay, but just stay away from the backwoods areas with the simplest fact that a lot of people are racist in the backwoods. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is there anyways? What is the backwoods? Like, what is that? A holler or what are you?
It's like close to around the Holland. Like, yeah, for the most part, just stay out like the backwoods areas. You should be fine. But then again, I wouldn't know. All I know is like horror stories based on. I'm very much against racism and such. So yeah. That's why I thought to warn you guys if you guys decide to go into the backwoods.
When I first came in, I was very intimidated. If I'm very honest.
Well, and that goes two ways. Me as a white man, if I go in Charleston or Huntington and I get in a community of blacks, I feel the same way, even though they may not be that way. It's just a weary feeling you get because you're the only one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're the only one. So
do you have many black people living here?
There's about 8, 10.
I have a lot.
There's not a lot. There's some moved over in Big Ugly, and there's actually some started going to school down here, but there's very few. But now you can go to these different cities and see how many girls have been murdered because of these evil kind of people. Not all of them's evil. They're not. But that's what we have a problem with.
This year, thousands of people from all over the country will visit West Virginia just for the fun of it.
So far, everybody's brought up the same. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's equal. I never noticed anything as far as black people in my school. Everybody knows everybody. You grew up together. As soon as y'all went to school together, you knew each other. Nobody's really racist here. You know each other, you love each other.
What would people say against
I guess okay. My opinion here is that all the older people is more, are more worried about race, you know what I'm saying? But the younger people, like people my age, bro, like I get like what bro was saying, like yeah, we all go to school with each other, we all know each other, like you went to school with, like in the country, especially in the country, you go to school with them elementary school, middle school, you know them by then, what are you really, what would you hate them for? You get what I'm saying? So I think by the time people my age get to these older people's age, like in their 50s and shit, racism, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be all the way gone, but it's gonna be mostly gone, bro. I feel like, in my opinion, I don't know though, because racism though, is always gonna be here, bro. It's always gonna be here, but I feel like it's gonna be here as much once I get older. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of nice people in West Virginia.
There's some place called Dingus, West Virginia. Not sure if you heard of it. If you go down 65, it's the Dingus Tunnel. It's like a 1 mile long tunnel, and it's just one way. And he was working with the black guy delivering furniture, and the black guy was joking and said, like, where do the black folks hang out in Dingus? And my dad's like, see that tree, the third limb down, you know? And that's about the truth of Dingus. I mean, you black people go in, they don't come out.
If I go to Dingus, I'll be.
Oh, no. I wouldn't. Right now, I wouldn't go up there just because of your complexion. Like,
Yeah, that's what I told you. They gonna treat y'all like they would treat us.
at first, they're gonna try to approach you with some cool, but it be fake cool. They just be trying to get close to you, and then you might get surrounded.
So we started off in Tatsmanville. They told us don't go Harts Creek. We went to Harts Creek. They said don't come here. And we was in a town called Mingo County.
Yeah.
We went to Mingo County, and everyone we spoke to in Mingo County says don't go to Dingus.
So where shouldn't I go while I'm here in West Virginia? Where would you advise me not to go?
Stinks.
Why not? What would happen if I go to Dingus, you feel?
Well, you might get shot. They might rob you.
They won't come out.
Could we speak to you outside for like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So we've pretty much been all over the small rural white towns in southern West Virginia, and everyone has said, do not go to Dingus.
We have a really bad rep. A lot of it comes from the history of the tunnel. People would sit on top of the tunnel and shoot the immigrants off the trains as they come out.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
When I speak to black individuals in West Virginia, they say it's rife and they experience it pretty much.
I could see it. I really could. As bad as some of the older generations were.
The stories develop for me each day, so I'm getting told don't go here or go there, it's not too bad. So if that makes sense. So all roads have led me to Dingus, and now in Dingus, I guess, and everywhere else, they said just don't go to Hollis.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that'd be worse?
Yeah. A lot of the haulers around here, a lot of the older generations are still in. Some have come around.
I stepped over that line quite a few times.
And what would you say to people who are still racist today then?
I think they're crazy. They ought to just realize your skin is the same as my skin. We all be red on the inside. That's the way I feel about it now. Used to be, I didn't feel that way, but now I do.
And at the moment, do you still think it exists here today?
Hmm?
Do you think there's still racism here today?
Yeah, there are a lot of people feel that way.
Do you think there is?
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. Racist, they don't like white people.
Is this your place? Is this where you stay?
Yeah, it's where I live.
Does this get hot? Because it looks like a...
Yeah, it's like an oven in there.
Yeah, I can imagine it getting hot.
It's like an oven, like, meaning, it's hot.
And I guess, what's happened here?
That was a double wide. That was my mommy's double wide, and it rotted and fell down. And so my nephew burned it. I was a sinner, I was a drunk, I was a cokey, and I liked my liquor, and I still do like my liquor. But there ain't nothing wrong with it.
So do you regret all those things that you did to those guys?
Yeah, when I was younger, 18 years old, 17, 16, yeah, I regret that. And I got to pay for that one of these days. I got to pay for what I done.
I want to say thank you for your time, and it's a real pleasure hearing that change can happen. I guess that when a man was once racist, it's not for life. So every city I've been to, I guess, I've been treated with nothing but amazing hospitality and love. But even, so one thing every place has had in common is they said don't go to a holler.
Well, that's the old saying goes, you know what I mean? If you go in the holler and so that, you know, they say you might not come out, you know, but that's like your metaphor.
Do you think there are some hollers today, I guess, or local to here, where that statement still runs true?
Well, no, not really. No, it's like I said, you know what I mean, everything changed. You know what I mean? Now everybody gets along with each other.
So we're currently driving up some dirt road to the middle of nowhere to interview some hollers, and been driving up this dirt road for about 5-6 minutes to the middle of nowhere. And the only reason we're getting a pass here is because we were one of the locals who has lived in the hollers. We're about to find out how welcome we are. Another 5 minutes go past and we're still not there. We are going up deep off-road. So we drove for about 20 minutes.
I would not be
incline.
driving this deep down in the road.
And I think we're here.
So this probably just wraps up around
now, but where are we? So we followed someone to meet people from the hollers, and these people have been told are the most racist within West Virginia. We've drove like 20 minutes up some mountain. I have no idea where we are, and people from the hollers are here. So hopefully I get to speak to them and see if they really are racist and what they make of me being here. A long, intense build-up. This was supposed to be where it all went wrong, but that's not what happened.
We're really blessed, Aaron. You've seen how many side-by-sides and kids just running up down the street and doing whatever, and we're just blessed. It's a good community. It really is.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Man, they welcome the men with open arms, bro. With some food and everything, bro.
But he says, then bring meals. And he cast it into the pot and said, pour out for the people that they may eat.
Scott, what does Christ mean to you?
He's my everything. I wouldn't have. He gives me my breath when I wake up in the morning. He give me my family, give me my children. He's given me everything, and I'm a crying just thinking about it. He's my everything, and that's all I can say. And I can't explain it to you if you don't know what I'm feeling. I was down low as you can get, and he's picked me up. He sure has. There's a song that's out that goes, he picked me up and he turned me around, he put my feet on solid ground, and he did that to me.
Hey, God fear man.
You come up this hall and need something to eat or a place to stay, anybody help you.
That's amazing. I guess, why do you think people are saying that then? Like, 'cause I'm hearing that everywhere, is don't go to a holler uninvited.
Some people just that way. Some people just, but around here, you'd be welcome anywhere.
Hollers is just a different
Different,
world, bro.
You're stuck in between the mountains, man.
How would you spend a day on a holler? What's a day like living this kind of a style?
I would get out and hunt. Most of the time I hunt. If I ain't working my garden or working, I'm hunting my dogs or fishing. We fish a lot, hunt a lot, but I raise my garden. I stay in my garden most of the time.
What's it like living in a holler?
Nice.
What's nice about it?
You can raise your garden, baby.
And what do you prefer, the city life or the country life?
Country life.
Hello? Hello?
These guys here in this van are with me. They're from England, and they want to see how people like living around here and stuff. Have you been interested in talking with them?
They're from England.
Yeah, this guy's from England. He does Instagram and stuff, yeah. And they're black.
So what do they want to talk about?
And they're black.
You'll have to ask them. They're really friendly, great guys, I'm telling you.
Where are we at the moment?
Dingus, West Virginia.
So if I moved, is this a holler? Is this considered a holler? So if I moved here, do you reckon people would show me love?
Yeah, I reckon. Unless you was grouchy or something. Back in the day, around here, racism used to be real bad. But now, as long as y'all get along with me, I'll get along with y'all. But that's around this part of the area, That's the way it is, unless you run across a redneck or something.
What would a redneck be? So what's the definition of a redneck?
A redneck, I don't know.
I think you're looking for trouble.
That's about what I think.
Wherever they go, they're looking for trouble. That's what they do.
What's the definition of a hillbilly? And is that an offensive term?
Well, a hillbilly's just a normal person, you know. They don't live in the city. They just mostly survive on their own, don't they? Me, I don't even have internet.
What's the difference between a hillbilly and a redneck?
They a redneck, just a redneck. Hillbillies, I mean.
A redneck and a hillbilly, all they're about the same. Redneck, you know, burly guy, you know, it's all about cooking out and jumping in the water and, you know, and just, you know, it's just a stigma. But a hillbilly, I mean, we live in the hills here. And for years, you know, some of these places in this state have been really isolated. And when people get isolated, they start making their own rules. Sure. You understand? So you got to keep that in mind.
Well, now you get a few rednecks around here that just hate everybody. That's what a redneck, they don't. You ask for trouble, you're gonna get trouble. Exactly.
Usually, if somebody calls them a redneck, they're usually a troublemaker. Redneck it could be just basically somebody just getting mad at you.
They're really pretty much the same thing. I mean, hillbilly is somebody that lives in the hills, you know. They could be anywhere, rednecks can be. Hillbillies are pretty much in the Appalachians.
Can you show me your front garden, your things that are here that you do?
Mainly cut grass, play basketball over there.
How did the pool get here?
We bought it and set it up. Sometimes we might get in the hot tub.
You got a hot tub as well?
Yeah, but with hot tubs from Walmart.
As I've said throughout this documentary, I was treated with nothing but respect, but one question still bothered me. Why do all these people still have Confederate flags? If they claim it's no longer racist, why are all these flags still all over the place? And one thing I was going to ask about is the Confederate flag. So online it has connotations to racism, apparently. But when I'm speaking to people who have the flag, they say it has nothing to do with racism.
Now, the Confederate flag, I don't
Has a lot to
really
do with racism, bro.
have no opinions or
do with
thoughts. I
racism.
really I really don't even know what the Confederate flag really stands for.
The flag means two different things. So that's a Confederate flag. Southerners here are very proud of a Confederate background. And yet, West Virginia did not have a slave problem.
What he's saying is true. Historically, West Virginia did have less of a slave problem than Virginia. The most ironic thing about the Confederate flag being displayed in West Virginia is that the state of West Virginia came into existence in spite of the Confederate flag. In 1863, West Virginia formed to split off from Virginia and join the Union, right in the dead heat of the Civil War. Can I ask you both what the Confederate flag means? Because I guess in the UK, we believe it has connotations to racism.
It does. It does, because there's still a lot of people that like to fly the Confederate flag. It's because we fought for that way back in the Civil War. That's our heritage here, and we still believe in that.
I've heard several
Yeah,
different
West Virginia,
versions.
bro.
I've heard that it was racist,
That is history,
that it
bro.
was
Apparently you
because they
fought
was
for
a
the Union,
war
so that you
one.
have the flag,
I
eh?
really don't know.
Well, the Confederate flag, it meant to, you know, it was a symbol of being from the South. It didn't have anything to do with black or white or green or red. It was a symbol of the South.
Why do you think people believe it has a connotation to racism? Where does that?
Now that I can't tell you. I don't know.
Do you reckon it has racist connotations to it?
I think around here it does, yeah.
How do you feel about the movement Black Lives Matter?
Well, there's a lot of them that don't matter to me.
What?
The ones just...
Nah, bro. Like, come on, bro. There's a lot of them that don't matter to me. Like, come on, bro. Like, nah, niggas wildin', bro. For real.
out there hustling, making money off of their as they call them, and this and that, and or whatever, and doing drugs. And I don't think that's right. I don't like that. If anybody that was here and I caught them doing drugs and stuff, I'd probably shoot them.
Like, what, bro?
So I've just got back to London. That was a documentary I made on West Virginia about racism. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether you feel like it's racist or not. I can only talk about my experience and the lovely people I met, like Connie, Scott. I made some real friends for life. I'm going to continue making documentaries on this topic in rural towns and states, and I might be coming to a town near you.
Nah, bro. That be video. I'll clap it up, I guess, but nah, bro, them niggas definitely racist, bro. Them niggas definitely racist. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Them niggas racist, bro. Like, I ain't never going to West Virginia, bro. There's one place where I can't go now. I can never go to West Virginia. That's what it is, shit. But nah, let me know what y'all thought about West Virginia in the comments, man. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all next video, man. Let's go.